Cleveland, Ohio. UCLA quarterback Josh Rosen, who reportedly doesn't want to play for the Browns, will have all the inside intel he'll need on them from two of their current quarterbacks. Rosen, who declared for the NFL draft on Wednesday night, has signed with Athletes First, who also represents DeShone, Kizer and Cody Kessler. Granted, all three athletes are repped by different agents. Rosen by Ryan Williams, Kizer by Brian Murphy and Kessler by Andrew Kessler. But the agency prides itself on a family-first atmosphere. Its clients often work out together in the off-season at Proactive at the Mark in California. So, as Rosen goes through the pre-draft process, he'll be able to bend the ear of Kizer, Kessler and their agents on how things went for them in Cleveland. As for Kizer, he's coming off an exhausting rookie season both physically and mentally, in which too much was expected of him on a talent-challenged team. At one point, he acknowledged he probably would have been better off sitting behind a veteran for a while, and he appeared to have the weight of the world on his shoulders the final 4 or 5 games of the season. Coach Hugh Jackson pondered benching him for the final 2 games because of the toll losing took on him. Instead, he finished out the season, going 0-15 and acknowledging the sobering truth after the finale that "I'm a winless quarterback." Quote, as for Kessler, he set Browns rookie records last year for completion percentage, 65.5, passer rating, 92.3, fewest interceptions, 2, and interception percentage, 1.0. But Jackson felt Kizer had the superior skill set and bigger arm, and made Kessler inactive for 10 games. Rosen, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, would rather play for a more stable franchise like the Giants, who have the No. 2 pick. Rosen also said the day before the Cactus Bowl last month that "I'd rather be a lower pick at the right team than a higher one at the wrong team." Quote, he didn't specifically mention the Browns, but based on Schefter's report, it's a logical inference. Of course, Kessler can also fill in Darnold, his ex-USC teammate, on everything Browns. The Trojan has yet to sign with an agency after also declaring for the draft Wednesday night. Just minutes after Rosen, Jackson wrapped up the offseason knowing he'll have to sell the franchise to the Rosens of the football world, who could always try to pull an Eli Manning if he doesn't want to come here. But it's early in the process. Jackson could hire Texans QB coach Sean Ryan as his offensive coordinator, which could be attractive to quarterbacks. Daniel Jeremiah on Sam Darnold. NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah, a former Browns scout, told the Rich Eisen show Thursday that he's leaning toward Darnold over Rosen for the Browns. They have go to quarterback first. And for me, it really comes down to Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold. He said, I lean right now more towards Darnold than I do to Rosen. A couple of things. No. 1. I've seen Darnold do things that Rosen can't do in terms of getting out of some trouble. When you watch him, I don't know if people understand. This USC offensive line was terrible. I was at that Cotton Bowl. Ohio State won 24-7. And he got it repeatedly each and every play. If you go back and watch the cut-ups of 3rd and 6+ throws, I saw a lot more pressure on Darnold than I did on Rosen, and Darnold can get away from that. He can survive and get outside of that. He can make every throw. Single quote. What should the hashtag Browns do with the first overall pick in the hashtag NFL draft? At Nil Network analyst at MoveTheSticks told us what to expect come April. Pick. Twitter.com, 6'8"jog, Rich Eisen Show. At Rich Eisen Show. January 4th, 2018. Jeremiah said teams looking for a traditional drop-back QB will prefer Rosen, who went 17-13 at USC. If you just want a pure passer, Rosen's ahead, but his inability to create once You get a free rusher which you're going to see every Sunday. That to me is my hang-up with Rosen. He said, quote, "He's a pure pocket passer. He's a decent athlete when he takes off. He can go get you some yards, but just being able to maneuver and make that free rusher miss. Darnold's on another level with me, and I think Darnold can evolve and grow into being the passer that Rosen is right now." Quote, he said he wishes USC in the Cotton Bowl would have put the game more in his hands. Their interior three offensive linemen just got crushed. He had pressure up the middle all game long, and I can pull out 12 to 15 throws he made in that game. As impressive as you'll ever see. He threw for 350 yards in that game. They just got down in the red zone and bogged down. It wasn't like they couldn't move the football. Quote, he acknowledged that Darnold's turnovers are a concern. He threw 13 interceptions and lost 9 fumbles to tie for the FBS lead with 22 turnovers on the season. To me, the biggest issue with Sam is the fumbles, and there are some coachable things there, said Jeremiah. His offhand comes off the ball a lot inside the pocket. You can coach that. You can get better there. I think some people look at the raw number of fumbles. One of them's on a lateral swing pass. That goes in Sam Darnold's turnover category. I think he can clean up the things he needs to clean up. Quote, he cited the game's Darnold 20-4 pass come up big in, including the Rose Bowl last year when he tore up Penn State for 453 yards and 5 TDs. I've seen him do it, said Jeremiah. I know he can do it. Quote, no, so yet. The Browns have yet to announce the hiring of Alonzo Highsmith as a VP in their personnel department, but it's coming soon.